Hello, this is BBC Learning English, and if you were a good student, you would have learnt this already. I'm joking, but this is the type of mixed conditional that we're looking at in this video. I'm Georgie, and if you're ready, let's get started. Let's hear an example from George.
If I were a morning person, I would have come to work earlier today.
So, is George a morning person? No. Did he come to work early? No. George is imagining he has a different personality, if I were a morning person, and how that would affect a past outcome. I would have come to work earlier. So this type of mixed conditional is for talking about how a present situation would also change a past situation. Maybe you notice that it's a combination of the second conditional structure and the third conditional structure, but we'll come back to that later. Let's hear another example.
If I wasn't so scared of flying, I would have been to so many more interesting places in the world.
Is Neil scared of flying? Yes, but he's imagining a different present reality and how that would affect how much he travelled in the past. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but the first part uses the past simple, so how can it be about the present? Well, in a conditional sentence, the past simple can be used to talk about something hypothetical, something imaginary that we can't really change.
If I weren't so clumsy, I would have made an excellent barista.
Bully used to work as a barista before working at the BBC. He told me he wasn't a very good barista because he was so clumsy, a personality trait meaning that you drop things a lot. Now, notice how the if clause in this type of conditional sentence tends to be something constant and unchanging, like a personality trait, so states rather than actions. Compare this with a third conditional. If I hadn't been so clumsy, I wouldn't have dropped the plates. So here I would be talking about a specific period where I was clumsy, rather than a constant trait that's still true now. Okay, so now you know when to use it, but how do we use it? Pause the video and think about which structures are used to make this type of mixed conditional. The structure is the past simple in the if clause and would plus have plus a past participle in the main or result clause. To recap, this type of mixed conditional is used to talk about how a different present state or situation would also mean a different past. If I were a better singer, I would have got a main part in the school play. If you need more help with conditionals, check out the rest of the series, Conditionals with Georgie, and download some free worksheets on our website. See you next time!